Oh, we gonna kill them. We knew. We was.
Y'all knew what? Y'all.
We knew. I said, man, everything they got, we gave it to them.
Right.
I said, man, we put this would be quiet as cat.
We should have been on 21
We
points.
should have been.
We should have been 21 points.
We should have been on 21 points.
You ain't gonna beat Miami Central being basic. I don't care what you think. You just gonna line up and no, it ain't gonna happen.
Now, did he mess up and throw it up early? Yes, he did. I can't take that back. But
yo, we a team. We a family. They don't know each other. When they score, they don't just bump each other. This is an individual thing. That ain't your dog. You don't know him.
Right.
You ain't go to the ice cream truck with this guy. You don't know him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I say, hey, look here. I had a look in my eye. I said, hey, if you scared, don't come to practice. Because we coming to win. We ain't going there for a good time. We coming there for showtime.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
Y'all knew what? Y'all.
We knew. I said, man, everything they got, we gave it to them.
right.
I said, man, we put this would be quiet as cat.
We should have been on 21
We
points.
should have been.
We should have been 21 points.
We should have been on 21 points.
Why? What happened? But first of all, their quarterback went down, right?
The quarterback went down.
He never came back in.
Never came back in. We scored, went down, scored 6-0. The very next drive, remember, lights overthrew
A wide
a
open.
wide open guy. And the corner, we had a post corner route in the corner.
And he overthrew. Okay,
overthrew.
I remember that play right.
It was 4th and 6.
Yeah.
We get that. You down 14-0.
Right.
Now you got to throw the ball.
Now they playing from behind. I don't recall ever seeing them really playing.
'Cause the
from
next
behind. I never
possession-
saw them.
They're individuals.
The next possession, they ran the ball.
But they're individuals, and that's what we really hung it on. Like, yo, we a team, we a family. They don't know each other. They just got together this summer. They just moved in.
Yeah.
You ready? Yeah. Okay. What you say? They just moved in this summer?
They just moved in. Hey, what's up, bro? They don't know each other.
Nah.
Man, we got 3 championships together, man. We rolling.
Yeah. Right. So that was after the game. You said that.
No, this was before. This was during the summer.
We've been saying that all year.
Yeah, we a team, we a family. They don't know each other. When they score, they don't just bump each other. This is an individual thing. That ain't your dog. You don't know him.
Right.
You ain't go to the ice cream truck with this guy. You don't know him.
Right.
And when adversity hits, you got to be able to trust your boy.
Right.
And when they went down, it was like, uh-oh.
Right.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, he's from
like that. He from Wichita, Kansas. I'm from Georgia. I just met him. All we do is play Madden together. That's it.
Right. That brotherhood is what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's different.
It's different.
Could y'all see that going on there?
We saw that in the tape. I told you, I said, look at when they scored. You got one person individually celebrating.
Right.
The little things, like, I'll be like, Jay, look. They don't line up right.
Yeah.
Like, they always like, hey, bro, you supposed to be over here. I'm like, oh, shit. That ain't even a real play we looking at. We just looking at how they communicate. Like, hey, man, where you at? You supposed to be over here.
I said,
That type of thing.
Right.
I said, they ain't all that in together. They got to be vanilla. They can't do too much.
Like,
Yeah.
Because they ain't been.
They just hired the offensive coordinator in June from Georgia Tech. I'm like, that's not enough time to put in the whole system.
In June from Georgia Tech.
June from Georgia Tech. He was like an analyst, and he came from Tampa Catholic. Yeah, that type of stuff. And you're gonna be familiar. The thing about it is, I liken it to when you coaching an all-day game.
Right.
You got all these all-stars, but you can't put in your good stuff because they don't know each other, and you got a little bit of time. You got a week for a game, so you put in the basic things. You ain't gonna beat Miami Central being basic. I don't care what you think. You just gonna line up and no, it ain't gonna happen.
Let's go back. When you guys prepare, you offense, you defense, right? You the head coach, you got the offense, you got defense. When y'all prepare for these games, right? Y'all go in the film room separate, y'all, you know what I'm saying, to create the game plan for the game.
We start off in the room together.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but we already been talking all week. Like it ain't like before we get in that room, we already had maybe 35, 40 conversations.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When y'all first said, okay, let's start getting ready for IMG.
Right.
What did y'all see when y'all pull up the film? Like, what exactly did y'all see? Y'all just talked about part of it, but what else did y'all see? Did y'all look at it and say, hey man, they're a lot bigger than us, but we could do X, Y, Z, or they might get us here? Like, what did y'all see when you first put up the film?
I mean, we look at it. You know, you still got to count for them 5 stars and
Right.
6, 7, 6, 8 guys. So I mean, when you look at it, first thing you do, you look at, okay, they got measurables. We're gonna be undersized, and then you start saying, okay, what do we do well that might get them a problem?
Right.
So then you say, okay, we do this well, and it should get them a problem. You know, and then you game plan from there. Like for us, I mean, I morph my offense to whatever I needed to be. You might come out there, I might have 3 running backs, I might be in, wildcat, whatever it is, whatever I can do well, I'm gonna do it. Because at the end of the day, you gotta coach to what you got. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta figure that part out.
I always tell the kids, even coming to Central, we're gonna accentuate your superpower. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do well. And I always teach them what's the difference between being a pessimist and an optimist. You know what I'm saying? Is the glass half full or half empty? I'm not looking at what you can't do. I'm going to look at what you can do. And whatever you can do, we're going to do it well.
Right.
And we're going to use you to your best of your ability to what you can do.
Right.
And, I told them all the time, it's not really about them, it's about us.
Right.
I don't care about their size. I don't care about their stars. I don't care about any of that.
Right.
I care about what you can do. And you being the best version of you. Steph Curry ain't dunking, that's fine. But he's shooting them threes, so you can be the best 3-point shooter the world has ever seen.
Right.
We're gonna put you in position for you to showcase the things that you do well.
Right.
And we're gonna put you in position for that. That's why he says he morphs his offense to whatever.
Right.
Same thing with the defense. I'm morphing my defense to whatever. If you can do this, then you're gonna play it. If and so on and so forth. So it's really of having the kids focusing on what they can do well. Because if you get to looking at other teams, that they don't matter. They come second. We got to focus on us because that game is based on execution.
Right.
Yeah.
Just executing your job, doing your job. I always tell them, this team ain't built for superstars. But if you follow the plan at hand, you'll become one.
Right. Right. So y'all get into the week, right? And you said y'all got into a meeting with the coaches. What did y'all tell the coaches?
Shoot, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told the coaches that Sunday. I was like, you know what I mean? I said, hey, look here. I had a look in my eye. I said, hey, if you scared, don't come to practice. Because we coming to win. We ain't going there for a good time. We coming there for showtime.
Right.
I said, we hunting. They finna be hunted. Because they used to just playing guys with us later. We going to hunt.
Right.
So we being aggressive. We came to win. It was a moment when it was 14-12 in the game. And, my staff was like, man, let's just keep the field goal. And I looked at Jay. I said, how you feel? Shoot, let's go. I said, well, let's go. We going for 2. We came to win. We ain't come to just play no good. We came to win.
Right.
And that energy, you can feel that energy throughout the whole sideline. Right. From not just the players to the administration on the sideline. They was like, yeah, we here. We here to win. We ain't come here to just say, oh, we played. No, we didn't come to play IMG. We came, IMG played us.
Right.
The Rockets.
I mean, they have. AJ, you've been up there twice.
Right.
June, that was your first time going up
Yeah.
there. And you beat them. You 1-0 versus IMG.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's
Put that on your resume.
Right. That's crazy. All right. So that's what you told the coaches. What'd you tell the kids? What's the message to the kids?
The message to the kids was really, at the end of the day, we looked at the headlines where they kept saying, oh, Central and IMG, two big programs, one and the same. And I said they should feel some type of way. And the kids were like, what you mean? I said, because we're not the same. Mm-hmm. We play the same game, but we're not the same.
Right.
And there's a quote you always say, they get to play football. They get a chance. They get to go in state-of-the-art facilities and have nutritionists and things of that nature. They get to play football. We have to play football. Our kids have to play football to use football as a vessel to gain success in life, as far as education, as far as just an option, a shot at being successful in life. They have to play football. These guys get a chance to be with the best coaches, the best of the best. Like the disparity in what we see with these schools is crazy. Yeah. I literally had a player, and this is no lie, before the buses came, and a mother came to give the child some food before the game, because we got to go up there for like a 3-hour ride. Yeah. And she brought a bag of hot fries, honey buns, chips. I said, give me this bag. I said, and I threw it away. I said, no. She said, why have you said you're hungry? I said, man, the people he about to play got all type of nutritionists and weighing their body percentage fat. You got him we're not finna play against IMG eating hot sausages and pickled eggs. We're not doing that. But that's and honestly, that is the disparity of what we actually face in these type of programs.
Yeah. It's I've said for a long time. If you look on paper, they may have more stars, right? But South Florida has some of the most talented teams in the country. Mm-hmm. So on paper, it's not a talent thing. It's the resources that come with it. Yeah. I once went up there with Aubrey Hill and Carol City when Carol City had them at halftime. And you should have saw they fed us. And we was the opposing team, so I can only imagine.
But they got. You ever pay attention to the screens? Like it has whether the kid is on a high protein diet, it tells them what to eat.
And call it sports science. I mean, they are really. Some people seem to think that there's nothing like IMG. Right. Not on a high school level. I haven't seen anything. No St. Francis, St. John's, none of these schools.
But they know that. Yeah. And they play those mind games with inner city schools. We're like, yo, you guys want to come on campus? No. We don't want to see none of that. Right. We don't want to see you in your monitors that shows how much the body fat or how much you read. We ain't got time. We can't do that game. Right. That's what we came to do. Yeah. We came to whoop y'all. That's it.
Yeah. They wanted to give y'all a tour?
Yeah, a tour. I ain't got time for that. We didn't come for that. This ain't no field trip.
Like, it was complete. Like, I felt like when I finally moved off campus, I was like, these are the apartments that we moved off campus in. They live here in high school. So if they go to college and got to go to HBCU, them kids going to be like, hey, man, I need to leave. This ain't what I'm accustomed to.
Yeah. Then they built the hotel.
Right.
For the visitors.
Yeah. On campus.
On campus.
They don't have that.
Walking distance to the stadium. No, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think anybody. The last time I seen Northwestern go up there, it looked like abuse, and I started saying, "This is not right." I didn't think. I didn't want to see. I just had seen enough beatings. I had seen at least 10 times we've been up there. State championship teams go up there and get beat.
But remember the last time we played them?
Y'all almost had them.
We had them on the ropes.
Yeah, with James Cook and Chiefs and Aubrey Hill them had them. And he looked at me after the game and he was just like, "Street, we just ain't have enough in the end." They kind of just outlast them. You know what I'm saying? Outlasted them. But I started thinking that, man, let's just leave them alone, because what they have created up there, it's almost like. We have the youth fair. Yeah. Somebody can come out of town, go to the youth fair, have a hell of a time. Yeah. I got youth fair, and then Walt Disney comes and builds Disney World. Right. Because of his resources, he's able to look at the youth fair.
Yeah, and then
build Disney World, and then use his resources to reel in the people who don't have the things that they have. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's all a marketing ploy. Even as you watch them beat you, there's ads going out to people watching the game. Right. On YouTube, on Facebook. Yeah. It's
Gatorade, all that stuff is
it's actually IMG ads.
Yeah, but
and then if you're black, there's a black family sitting there telling their experience at IMG. Listen, bro, I understand social media. It is very in depth what they're doing. It's very sophisticated what they're doing. It's because they have the resources.
It's the hustle, man.
It's the muscle game. They gonna right. I liken it to this though as well. Since you said that was a great comparison with youth fair as well as Walt Disney World, right. And you kind of liken it to like the chain restaurants and mom and pop restaurants. Right. I mean, everybody knows the chain restaurants and things of that nature, but you also know that sometimes at chain restaurant that menu's kind of watered down, right. Because it's now about quantity,
it's cookie cutter,
more than quality. Right.
But
the mom and pop That's that quality.
That's that quality.
See, a lot of people look at it me and it's like, yo, why you chose that game? And for me, I was like, I'm gonna base this game off the connection and the bond that my kids have for one another.
Right.
And that's when you say we didn't have enough. That's what supersedes it. It goes beyond football.
Right.
It goes beyond X's and O's. People was like, yo, so what was the adjustment that you genius? You adjusted at halftime. I did it. That was the same game plan. I just moved some people around and it was good.
Right.
It was no, oh, we're gonna do this. Nah. Calm down. Play for your brother. Y'all trust each other. Y'all know each other. Y'all been locked in for months.
Right.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We got this. And you believe in one another, because that's the basis of why I said, man, we can get these guys. Why you say that? Because our boys love one another. And that's the thing that I talk about where with the mom and pop restaurant, where it's like, yeah, we ain't got the resources that Chick-fil-A got and all this other stuff, but we gonna make our food with love.
It's gonna taste better.
It's gonna taste better.
And we're gonna keep coming
But
back.
And you're gonna keep it's experience, you're gonna keep coming back.
Right.
That's it.
Right. So y'all went up there with that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Keyone lights out, man. Talk to us about Keyone AJ. I mean, what did you tell him in that game? Did y'all pray together? Like, did you get the Bible? Like, what, what did you tell him going to that game? Because you knew he wasn't going to have that much time.
I just understand the system.
Okay.
I mean, you think about it, the system proven. Like, I mean, like I said, I told you before, everybody I say, oh, you know, the offense basic, it's this, it's that, it's this and that. It's no thrills to it. We're not trying to trick you. We're just going to do what we do, and we're going to do it well. But then when you look at it, at the end of the day, like I always say, like I tell the kids, and we had this conversation, and I tell them all the time, like, we assassins. They say, Coach, why you say assassins? Like, nah, Coach, we killers. We're not killers. Killers make a lot of noise when they do stuff. Assassins do their job and blend in with the public, and you don't even know they did it. They just show up, and then somebody got to tell you, hey, man, you know that guy over there, you know he killed like 37 people. And you like, for real, the dude with the shirt and tie on that's sitting over there drinking coffee, you don't even know he did that. But he do his job, he do it well, he just blend in with the public. Right. And people don't realize when the reason I say that is because when you look at the offense and you say, okay, it's vanilla, it's basic, it's this and that. But then you look at, if I gave you the rap sheet and I just went through it, you'll sit there and say, okay, how vanilla is it? Because when you say, okay, you go back when we was at Northwestern, we had Ja'Cory Harris. He only had every Dade County record, passing record. You leave there, you go get Jeff Godfrey. He only has every Dade County record. He broke Ja'Cory. You know what I mean? Like Ja'Cory broke. When it starts adding up, you say all-time leading passes in Dade County history, all from running the same offense. All-time leading pass catches in Dade County history, all from the same offense. Dade County only had like 6 2,000-yard rushers. 3 of them from this offense. When you start looking at it, you don't know the assassins are sitting in the room. Right. You only know if somebody give you and come over and say, hey, man, you know the body of work over there them people putting in is crazy. So when you get a kid like Lights Out, you just tell them, hey, listen, stay in the system. The system will get us out of everything. Trust me, just trust in the system. And once you get the kids to believe in the system, you're good. It's like when you go to Alabama, Nick Saban ain't changing what he do.
Right.
You're going to fit in the system. You're going to stay in the system. The system going to take care of it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You played, when we was coming up, you watched the Washington Redskins, you knew that counter trade was coming. You know John Riggins was going to get that counter trade. Right. But you got to stop it. They ain't trying to trick you. You don't see Alabama running a million reverses and double passes and all that. They just show up and they do what they do. And everybody, when the guy lead the system, you get a Jerry Jeudy lead the system, you go get the next guy. You know what I mean? That fit exactly what he do. You can run the bang gate. When Amari Cooper lead, you go get Jerry Jeudy. You just go get the next guy and you plug him into the system.
Right.
And I think so far we've been successful doing the same thing, just plugging the system. But then again, like I tell you, we don't make a lot of noise doing it. It's just quiet, and before you know it, you'll have a kid like Lights Out, and you'll look and say, he just broke the all-time Dade County league passing record. Right. And you don't even realize he did it. Until somebody say, hey, look over there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, all that come into play when you say, when you telling everybody, nobody pays attention to the body of work. When you think about it, at Miami Central, how many state of Florida teams how we lost to. Most of our they come from out of town. We don't really lose to a team in the state of Florida. So everybody was like, man, y'all don't stand a chance at IMG. I'm like, man, last time we played them, we had these people on the rope. I'm like, they blocked a punt, gave them 6 points, and then Trey Sanders bust a run in the fourth quarter, and they won the game.
Yeah. And I would have never thought Trey Sanders could outrun every Valley Central team, but I just think that you'd be gassed by the end of the game.
And guess what? Because they done ran four offensive guys at you. They got 3 offensive lines.
Right.
And they don't get smaller, they get bigger and better. But, you know, that's part of it. But I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it till, you know, somebody got to tell you the assassins is in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really realize when you look at the body of work, they just say, you know what, it's basic. But then you look at all these kids, they leave and they go. As true freshmen, they pose a problem wherever they go.
Right.
I told you before, I said, if I send a 17-year-old and you can compete with your 21-year-old, how much coaching did you actually do?
Yeah.
I'm sending that kid to you ready to play. Like, you got to, like, and people don't give you credit for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
Well, I think the way they get credit for it is through media. I think marketing tells you that this guy's media tells you this guy's he's a genius.
Right.
He created this offense. He did that. He put these many players in there. And a lot of times we're so humble, we don't say things like that.
I'm gonna tell you this: we're the #1 public school in the country for putting kids in college.
I mean, write them all down, give them to me, and I'll make a flyer for every last one of them.
Oh, I got it's crazy.
I know you know a lot of this stuff.
It's crazy.
Listen, write them all down, and I will make a flyer for every last one of them because we don't say those things. We just humbly hand the kids over
Right.
and send them to the machine, and that's what happens.
Right.
Yeah. So no, bro, I know you have. And there's 1,000 of them things you probably could say.
Yeah.
Now, Jube isn't humble. Jube talks.
That's it. But that's the thing, though. It's night and day. Like, you gotta have that balance, though.
Yeah.
You gotta have that balance. You know, don't get me wrong. I do my thing too. I get into it, but that's his job. Like, you know what I mean? That's him, and he does what he does, and then I fall on the back end and do what I do.
Right.
I mean, I think that's what makes it a perfect marriage, though.
How did you become like this, bro? How did you become so quick-witted and so, quick-witted and able to inspire them kids like that? Where did that come from?
I'll be honest with you. I just think I speak from the heart.
You know?
I'm very. I tell them first when they first meet me, I'm very transparent. You know, I'm see-through. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything for you. My job is to prepare you for a game, and my job is to prepare you for life. And I think that you know, society has kind of like curved adversity in the real world where they give this everybody gets a trophy mentality when that's not true. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they tend to, when kids get they have to understand there's failure in life, and there's it's okay to fail. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to fall. Those are things that build character. And so really that's how I am. Anything that I do is intentional as far as just preparing them for the bigger picture. So, you know, my confidence that I exude and the messages that I give and the tonality that I send off to the kids, it all comes from just like my preparation. You know, I liken it to, you know, I'm prepared in anything that I do. So of course I'm a move a certain type of way because I know that I've put in the work beforehand to be able to say what I say and do what I do. Mm-hmm. You know, when you don't do that type of work, and when you don't put in that grind, then you unsure yourself. So you can't really say much because you know you didn't do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But see, I knew I worked in the shadows, and that's the type of grind mentality that I try to teach the kids because, you know, these are things that they're going to have to do when they get older. You know, I try to teach them the elements of competition. Like about competition, you don't always win. You got to compete for everything that you want in life. You got to compete for jobs. You got to do something special but on your resume, it's going to stand out from the other pack that's on this resume, pile of papers on this desk. You got to compete for every single thing. And I'll be honest with you, that's like the one striving thing, one message that we send to our kids consistently is that. And one time I had a conversation with a kid. We was walking down the hall, and I was like, I asked the kid, I'm like, do you believe in yourself? And he paused and he was like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, do you believe in me? He was like, yeah. I was like, wait, why'd you pause when I asked you, do you believe in yourself? Like you had to think about it. You had to like really kind of weigh your options with yourself. But then when I asked you, do you believe in me? You was quick, yeah. I said, so why do you believe in me more than you believe in yourself? He was like, just like the way you carry yourself. Like you got real confidence and you move like you know what you're doing and you believe in what you're doing. And I was like, well, you know why I move like that? You know, he was like, nah. I was like, because I prepare myself for any situation. I don't go into any situation blind. I do the work. I do the homework. I said, do you think that you prepare yourself like that? And he was like, yeah, nah, I don't do that. And I was like, well, guess what? If you start doing the work, you start preparing yourself for every situation that's at hand, you too can believe in yourself as much as you believe in me. And really, that's what it is.
Right. When y'all got off the bus up there in Bradenton, and y'all get the kids in the locker room because they give y'all a little regular little locker room.
Right.
And y'all saw they like
nah, I never
damn
seen that.
spaceships.
I ain't gonna lie. We was impressed with the locker room they gave us. We were like,
I'm like, oh wow, look at this.
Nice.
I realized that we were in the girls' locker room because I walked in and I said, there's no stand-up stuff.
Ain't no urinals. I was like,
I said,
oh.
this must be a girls' locker room.
Our kids was like, woo, okay.
Was it the locker room next to theirs, or y'all had to walk from where?
We had to walk.
Okay, the other locker room.
Yeah.
Okay. No, their locker room looked like a spaceship or something.
I'm glad they didn't have us in there because we was impressed with the one they gave.
The one they gave us. This was like the Waldorf compared to ours.
You know the living room furniture when your mama said you can't sit in there? That was like, whoa, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think they switched it because they've had a couple fights right there. Because they used to just come out right there together under that goalpost, and they've had a few fights right there. So I think they switched it and put the other team over there. When y'all got there and y'all looked in the team eyes, you know, sit down, you talked to the team. What y'all saw when y'all looked in their eyes?
I was looking in their eyes since we left the school.
And what you saw?
Focus.
Yeah.
They were laser focused. Just their demeanor, you know, you can tell. You get what I'm saying? Like it's something that you can't write. It's something that you can't hear. But you can tell. It's like a feeling you get. You can look. Oh, you ready? And I'll be honest with you. That's what we kept talking about in the hotel. Like when you know you're doing room checks and stuff. Like yo, what y'all see? Oh, they focus.
They was quiet, sit down.
Quiet, sit.
I'm like, yeah, this like because I work at the school, so I left. They all left 11 o'clock Thursday morning. I left after I got off work at 4. So called Coach, y'all going? Yeah, how you going? By this time they getting ready to do walkthroughs. Coach said, you know what? Hey Coach, everybody on your side of the ball. He said not just your side, but the whole team was. We had to argue with nobody about what they had on. Everybody was dressed the way they were supposed to dress. Because, you know, when we travel, like, you know, because of the pandemic, we don't have all that stuff from Nike yet. So we was like, okay, everybody got khakis and a white shirt. Let's put on khakis and a white shirt. Everybody, 100%. Normally you have somebody show up and say, hey, Coach, I don't have this, I don't have that. It was 100%. I'm like, wait, so nobody was out of uniform?
Nobody.
Like, nobody. I'm like, oh, yeah, they got a problem.
Those are the little things. Like those, you know what I'm saying? Like those are the little nuggets that you can start sensing like, okay, it's about to be on. Where they when they're eating and nobody's horse playing. Because they know they're there for a purpose. Right. There's a reason why we're here. We got something to do. And lights out, everybody sleep, everybody wake up on time for breakfast. I mean, as a coach, you really looking at these type of things to see, you know, who's doing what. And they just had this laser focus about them all week, actually, to be honest with you. They were focused all week. And they were ready to go. Yeah.
My name's Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
Call from Patty?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said he rooting for us. You know what I'm saying? Man, he's always positive. Yeah? Yeah.
No call after the game?
Always, yeah. That too. Call before the game, right after the game. Where y'all at, man? Man, you laying there. Oh, yeah, man. Well, I'm watching, man. Him, Sab. You know,
telecall, you gonna get them calls. You get them phone calls now. Everybody.
Coach,
once you're affiliated, you're affiliated for life.
Like you understand that once you are a Rocket, you're a Rocket for life, and you gonna always keep tabs on you. What's going on? Y'all good? Ooh. And
I FaceTime. When I got in the car, I went back to the car to change clothes after the game. My phone ringing. Like, man, what is it calling my phone? I'm half naked, changing clothes, and the phone ringing. It's Amari Daniels on the phone, FaceTime. Hey, Coach, what's up, man? I saw that. I watch y'all boys. I'm like, yeah, Amari, let me hit you back. I'm half naked. You like, man, Coach, don't worry about that. Coach, we good. Coach, I'm grown now.
You grown.
Because you know, you got kids. The kids, you like, man, I don't know who on the other end of this phone, man. He like, oh, we grown now, man. We good. I'm like, yo, like, but you know they call him.
Amari called you after the game.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask you out there. Anybody reach out to you after the game that you weren't expecting to call, but that you wasn't expecting? It was like, dang, I ain't realized.
It's funny because, like, and I gotta tell everybody. I said, man, when you coach kids and you make an impact in their life, they never forget you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they played for you in high school or whatever, when you impact a kid's life, they never forget. And I gotta tell everybody, I get in the car, we driving back, we got a 3-hour drive. My phone, I get a text message. Now the Dolphins get ready to play the next day. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We driving back. Teddy Bridgewater text. Hey, Coach, man, congrats, man. You know, y'all did something big for the city. Like, I don't think people realize what y'all just did for South Florida football.
Right.
You know, Coach, I just want to give you your flowers, man. You know, da-da-da. And that tells you, you know what I mean, the measure of his character. Because he don't worry about a high school coach for man. You know, I coach you in arguments. You know what I mean? I even coach you in high school.
Right.
But I tell you the measure of his character.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell everybody, I said, man, listen, you're going to need dudes like that to be around when he stop playing NFL football to come back and coach. That's what's going to save South Florida football. Because you got dudes like that understands, you know, I think he's at pinnacle. He at the pinnacle of football.
Right.
He's the last stage of football. But he never forgets that, like, you know, the little people that impact his life.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason you still coach, man.
Right.
You know,
he stays connected to the community.
But
somehow
again,
he's able to walk around. He's able to, be normal within amongst people. And it's a weird thing that he has. I don't know, maybe because he always stayed attached to the community. He never left.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's part of, you know, you gotta give Mama Rose some props on that. No matter how big he got, she kept him grounded and humble. Like, yo, this football ain't you. You make football. Football don't make you. You know what I mean? So, and I think he keeps that mentality. Like, you know what I mean? So, like for me, if they said, hey man, if Teddy got to be in the NFL. Teddy, if you buy 100 jerseys, we'll keep Teddy in the NFL. I'll be scraping him every dime. Like, but I can make sure we get 100 jerseys, so he got to stay. And I think that'll come from the city too. You know what I mean? Just because you can stop him and say, man, I need you to take a picture. I need you to do this. And he ain't never too busy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, some dudes, they make it and I don't have time for y'all.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. All of them don't remember like that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. And that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because when you look at it, like I tell everybody, when you get to college, if you see, like you walk in as a freshman in college and you play and you start, you got to look back and say, man, who got me ready for this?
Yeah.
You know, they going to give you a playbook and say, these your reads. But you walked in and you beating 21-year-olds that were there for 4 years. At some point, you got to say,
So, how was I ready for this?
how was I ready for this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to sit back, and I think a lot of these dudes, when they make it, like when I see dudes, they're not saying there's nothing wrong with it. Whatever you want to do with your money, it's your money. That's fine. I get it. It's your money. But when you go to college and you donate millions of dollars to your college and donate nothing to your high school, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand it. Because your college don't really need your money. Like, you an athlete. That college getting money from other sides, other avenues. They got real investors that is donating millions and millions of dollars to them. You know what I mean? You an athlete. You're not saying that you know your money don't matter, but they can survive without your money, technically.
Can you donate to a public high school?
Yes.
How do you do it?
You could write a letter. You could take the money to the school treasurer if you want to. All you need is a letter.
And what they put it in y'all account?
In your account.
So now you have it to okay.
Man, we still got the same weights and weight room. Central got a new building back in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
The weights came from the old Central weight room. Like those are not new weights that we're using. So those weights probably were there when Coach Jube was playing. We're still using those same weights and machines, and it's crazy, you know. And when you think about it, it's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Since Jube was playing?
Yeah, that stuff ain't new, man. We got the equipment we using is probably at least 20 years old, man. But we don't complain. We don't make no gripe about it. We gonna use it. We gonna use the best of our ability, and we gonna get it done.
Right.
That's it. We not making no excuses. We ain't looking at. We ain't got no nutritionists.
Yeah, we the nutritionists.
Yeah.
We go in our pocket. We gonna get you the protein and all that.
We gonna get you a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
We gonna be the chef. We the nutrition chef, psychologist, coordinator, life support coach, taxi.
How long? I'm gonna ask y'all some real shit right here. How long can that last? Are we going to keep banking on the next coaches coming up to have the same to carry the? You know what I'm saying? How long can that last?
It's probably gonna be like that until us, we as people, sit down and start realizing like what we need to do. Like we want to win and stand on stage and say we did this, we got this, we got this, we got that, but we're not investing back in us. Like,
I always tell people, well, even coaches or players, like, are you an asset or a liability? Like, ask yourself, how am I helping? And not even just helping Miami Central, but just helping, period.
Right.
Like, what can I do? As opposed to just, get off the sideline, get in the game. Come do something. Don't say nothing. Come do something.
Right.
Because that's what it's going to take, action. It's going to take action. Because everybody has an opinion, but nobody takes action.
Right.
And if we take action, then the cycle can stop. Because what happens is us being the taxi, us being the psychologist, us being the nutritionist, we're just a few of the people that's taking action. Others just want to sit back and talk and commentate, but they don't want to get in the game because then guess what? They're going to be now held accountable. You see, there's been many times as a coach when you drive a kid home and you pull up to their driveway and there's 6 cars there. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, that's 6 people not taking action. But I guarantee you, signing day, everybody gonna be there with Lil Bobo. We did it. We did it.
The reason I laugh because I just made a whole video about it on Instagram, and this is who I blame. I blame the coaches because I would say, listen, in the '80s, right? Coaches got pickup trucks and started going to pick up kids, and that's how they were making their team, getting the kids that they wanted.
Right.
So they took that out. The parents had to bring the kid. We'll come get them, and they started selling that in the recruiting process in youth football.
Right.
And now here we are.
Here we are. And the thing about it is now you get stuck. You come out the locker room and you sitting there saying, "Man, this kid's still sitting out here," because we the last ones to leave.
Right.
We got to make sure the locker room cleaned up.
Right.
We got to make sure all the equipment put up. You got to check all the doors because we in inner city school. You don't want to see your jerseys walking around in the project. So you got to make sure everything cleaned up, put up, and then you got to lock the gates because if not, you're going to have a full-fledged sandlock game on your practice field and it ain't going to hold up. So you got to go through all of this before you go home. Right. So practice end at 7 o'clock, 6:30. It's 7:35. You still at the school. You come outside, you see a kid still sitting out there. You're like, yo, man, where your parents? Coach, nobody not answering the phone. You look around like, I know I ain't supposed to put them in my car, but I can't leave them out here, and I ain't even sit out here.
What time is it, 7:30?
It's 7:30. It's like, I'm not taking
Are the parents banking on y'all to get them home, or they just don't? You think some of them just don't have the support system?
I don't know.
It's either or. It's touch and go. It's different situations. Like literally, we got back from IMG, but 3 in the morning. Yeah. And I asked one kid, where you going? Well, I'm finna walk home. You ain't walking home at no 3:30 in the morning. I'm not gonna let you walk home.
County, with a bag on your shoulder.
And you got a hoodie on. Look, I don't, man.
It could be the police or the robbers. We don't know who's gonna get you.
I don't know who's gonna get you.
And then Dade County got a rule. Oh, don't put kids in your car. So what am I supposed to do?
Where we go from here?
I can't even really call an Uber because I don't trust the Uber to take you home.
It's 3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning. Man, get in the car, man. I'm gonna take you home.
I got you.
I got you. I can't just. And that's where we tell everybody, you got rules, you got this, but does it really make sense though?
3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning. Like, what do you do?
We're thinking about Dade County and not the kid well-being.
Yeah, like we gonna make a rule. Like, hey, coaches can't put kids in their car. Huh?
Coaches, where you're from, can't
Right.
put kids
Can't
in
put
their
kids in their
car.
car.
Right. This is where we from.
Where I'm from,
Have to put kids in
man,
their
get in this car. I'm
Right.
dropping you up home. If you walking, you don't stay too far. But you got on a hoodie because you've been on the bus. It's 3:30 in the morning. You got a black
luggage.
bag and the luggage, and the police could stop you and put. It could be the robbers or the police, either one. I don't know.
Either way.
But either way it goes, it's gonna go bad if you get stopped.
Right. So back to the game. So y'all saw focus. So the game started. Y'all score first.
Right.
Y'all score first. What y'all telling everybody on the sideline? Y'all saying calm down? We knew it was gonna go like this. Like at the first touchdown, because y'all go fast.
I don't even think we really celebrated that first
They ain't
touchdown.
celebrated for it.
Nah.
We was just like, all right, everything we thought we knew, it is what it is. Let's keep going.
Like, it was just confirmation, right?
Like, oh yeah.
This is confirmation.
This is exactly
This is exactly what we
this is
talking about.
exactly what we wanted.
So listen, it's the touchdown. It's a touchdown for us.
Yeah.
We expected to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
We didn't come here hoping we was gonna score a touchdown.
We didn't, oh my God, please, no. We knew. It was like, yo, it should be boom, boom, boom.
If we execute, we gonna score a touchdown. That's what we was thinking.
Talk to us about Lamar Seymour, kid in Miami. Then he commits to Pitt. Talk to us about him. You coach both of them. You coach Big
Yeah.
Baby and you coach Lamar, man. Both of y'all. Talk to us about Lamar because he came up big early in that game. Him and Hicks came up big early in that game. Talk to us about Lamar, coach.
I mean, Lamar gonna be one of them kids that his recruitment is not gonna speak for his work ethic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people realize he came in as a ninth grader, frail kid, kept him up on varsity. You know, got 4 years of varsity on his belt, and now you're seeing the best version of Lamar Seymour right now. And I think a lot of people, when he go to college, he gonna be a problem, and people not really realizing it. They thinking, oh, you know, he okay, he this and that. Nah, he do the little stuff. He do the little stuff, and people don't realize it. And when you play receiver, it's easy to not do the little things because you can get away. You can take a play off. The ball ain't in your hand all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So you could get away with not doing the little tangibles, but
Right.
nobody sees when the running back busts a play on the other side that you run across the field to go get that safety. But I do.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize that. So, but I mean, he gonna be. Seymour gonna be. Whatever school he decide to go to, if he stay committed to Pitt.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't get in their recruitment, man.
You don't get involved with it?
Nah, I tell them, hey, listen, man, that's between you and your family. All I tell you to do is go do your research. And if you need me to help you do the research, I help you do the research. But as far as making a decision, you got to be there for you, not me. Pitt not recruiting me.
I think an invaluable thing that Lamar this year has shown, and you're not gonna see it on the stat sheet, is his leadership. He's been exuding, not only the wide receiver group, but to the offense and the team, period. You get what I'm saying? Where I give him the autonomy, certain guys like Bain, him, Lights, you know, the autonomy to run their team. I can't play with you. Well, there's a line on that field that said, boy, I can't cross it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you got
The white chalk, we gonna get back, coach.
so we try to teach them, y'all gotta run the yard, y'all gotta run this, and he's doing a great job as far as being a positive role model and a leader to just the team. You know, because I've seen him since he was a ninth grader, come in as a freshman. He's working. This is his 4th year in high school. He's working on his 4th ring. He don't know how to lose. He don't know how to lose. So he knows what it looks like, and he knows when we're meeting the standard and days that we aren't meeting the standard. And it's his job and some of his other teammates' job, leaders on the team, to uplift the team and make sure that we're always trying to meet that standard of championship brand that we have here at Central.
Right. So y'all watch film. Have you watched film of the game since it happened yet? Have you sat down and watched it? Y'all haven't sat down and watched it yet?
I'm worried about that.
I watched YouTube for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm already worried about that.
And then I left. I got off of that, and I was like,
I listen to y'all.
I listened to your interview.
Yeah,
On the bus. When you was like, I'm trying to get AJ.
I was
You
laughing.
was like, I'm trying to get AJ on here. Somebody sent it to me. They sent it to me like, yo, man, they asked me to get on, but we was driving through 75, and the signal was so terrible. I was like, I ain't calling because he gonna be like, man, I can't hear you.
So y'all listen to us?
Y'all ain't gonna be able to shut Jube up. Nope, not really.
Yeah, we was listening
You
to
already know.
And I sit down and talk to y'all too, man. I realize I'm talking to the wrong two dudes about this IMG stuff. Because you almost beat them.
Right,
Then you go up there and beat them.
right.
You go beat them the first time. Your first time going up there, you want to know versus.
Yeah.
So y'all like line it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't feel. See, I've been up there with multiple teams. Like
I like it. Listen, I remember you called me before we had Heritage. You played Heritage.
Yeah.
And I usually don't answer the phone for nobody before no game.
Yeah, I'm like,
But it was you, so I was like, okay, what's up? And you asked me a question, and I was like, I told you straight up, I was like, we don't care who's there.
Right.
It could be the Miami Dolphins. We gonna play.
Right.
And that's just the attitude that we have. We don't care. Let's go.
Right.
Total leather. Spot the ball.
And play
Let's play
football.
football.
yeah.
So they have a play where the quarterback gets out the pocket, breaks down, he throws long pass, and I think they scored on the play. That's when they went up.
Right.
I think either when they tied or when
Yeah.
they went up. That's
They
when
went
they
up.
went up.
They went up.
What happened in that play, Coach?
Busted play.
It was a
Busted
busted
play.
play.
And that's why we don't panic.
Yeah.
Hey, relax. We're good. We'll fix it. Busted play.
Yeah.
It's early in the game. Cool. I mean, nobody fault. It was a busted play. They didn't beat us.
Right.
They just got a busted. It wasn't their play that they made. That wasn't a drawn up play. That was somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be at.
Right.
And they cut and they scored on us. That's football.
Right.
They play. They practice too.
We got guys that make millions of dollars make that same mistake.
And it's cool.
So eventually they go up 14-6. Y'all at halftime, y'all telling the kids what y'all seen the kids at halftime.
We just tell them we all right. Let's stay in the system. We good.
We're good. We're
We
cool.
good.
As coaches, I told them too. Hey man, yo, stay positive. Like
I went in.
I was like, they in trouble.
I went in halftime. Ate me some Oreos. I was in there eating some Oreos and drinking some Gatorade. I'm straight. Yeah, I'm like, I'm straight, man. I'm like, where my Oreos?
And get what I told y'all. I told you. And they looking like, oh, we got them. Oh, we got them. They was getting, because guess the thing is, all those sprints during the summer, all that running and all that track, it kicked in on the last 24. They was sucking up for air, and we was just getting started.
That's exactly what it looked like.
And our kids was like,
It looked
Coach.
like the total opposite of what I'm used to seeing. It looked like you guys had them on the ropes.
Our kids knew.
And they was they was struggling. Yeah. That's
Jonathan Harris looked at me before we walked out. He's like, Coach, oh, we got them.
Right.
And that's the confidence. Because now he's thinking about, man, I ain't even tired. Oh, this is why we was running all them 110s. This is why I'm ready. Oh, we're gonna take off the second half.
Right. So y'all come out in the second half. It's 14-6. I think y'all tied up. Or yeah.
We scored. But defense got us to stop because they had the ball first.
Uh-huh.
Got us to stop. And, you know, I kick over on Jube's side of the head and say, Jube, give me a stop. Give me a stop. I got a series of plays that I feel like we could punch it in. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you a stop. Get a stop. Then we go on special teams side like, hey, don't make no mistake on special teams. We good. Because, you know, they win a lot of games on special teams.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They run back kicks, they block punts, they win a lot of games on special teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to emphasize that.
Special teams got to be special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
To win games like that.
That's the same thing with Booker T. Booker T. They special teams. They playing good right now. Special teams.
Right.
People talk about the touchdowns and all that, but you know, I got a kicker, James London. Never kicked in high school.
Never kicked in high school.
And he put that thing, he flipped the field, and he put that thing in the end zone every time.
Punter and the kicker.
He never kicked in high school?
Never. He's a soccer kid.
That ball, he was punting that ball to Carnel Tate, maybe one of the most dangerous punt
And he
returns I've
kicked it over his
seen.
head
And he
3
kicked
times.
it.
And he didn't give him a chance to return.
He outkicked their kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got kicked that game.
No, he played it. What's his name? Tell people's name here.
James London.
He played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was his first, like his dad called me and he was like, Coach, we have never been a part of such an atmosphere. And I'm looking at my son playing in this national game, yeah, he loves soccer, but Coach, boy, I don't know, boy. Coach, boy, this might be it right here.
Dad, you can't see me on camera, but your son played a hell of a. He was instrumental in y'all winning that game.
Yeah, he was.
Every time he punted that ball to Carnel Tate, I was yelling, please don't punt this man the ball. I saw him at American Heritage last year, and he did damage to American Heritage from kick returns, from punt returns, but your punter didn't allow him to.
He kicked every ball out the end zone.
One of them he kicked out of bounds, one of them he directed out of bounds the punt, you know what I'm saying?
I
He didn't allow him to return the ball.
Everybody, I think it was an all hands on deck thing. Like the staff did a tremendous job. Like Shu did a great job. We see a lot of people don't know Shu's a special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
You know, and Shu did a tremendous job getting that special teams together. Him and Buck, Coach Jamal Sheffield, they did a tremendous job with the defensive line with moving Bain around and making Bain be more accessible and making more plays.
Right.
Coach P did a tremendous job with the linebackers as far as, you know, Ezekiel Marsland and Stanquan Clark, man, they're standing to be like a hell of a tandem. And then we got a dark horse in the race with Lamar Smith, number 18, who was out there as well. And offensively, like everybody, Tim Everson, Coach Chopper, Michael Ross, like these guys was like, everybody was engaged. Everybody was, I got this thing I say, constantly coach.
Right.
You got to constantly be coaching. We can't worry about what group is doing. Coach your guys, and they did a tremendous job of doing so.
Right. So later in the game, so I think y'all muff a punt or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all muff a punt, they get the ball back, and then that's when they throw the ball to McCoy. They throw the pick six.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And McCoy runs in the end zone, and if you watch it on YouTube, they was all over it. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On the field, did y'all even pay attention to that? Did y'all pay attention that maybe he threw the ball out of bounds, or did y'all just celebrate he scored a touchdown because he picked the damn ball off? And because y'all had just jacked up.
He paid attention. He paid attention to it. When he intercepted the ball, I was trying to get the field because I knew he was scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We knew the play was coming. He jumped it, and that's just our film study.
Yeah.
That I tell you, the separation is in the preparation.
Right.
And it looks like he came out. I told her, I said, but I went ahead and went to over there with shooting them, trying to get the special teams ready for the extra point.
And when he picked it off, I told everybody on the head, so I clicked on him on the head, so like, yo, y'all run field goal out, field goal. Because I knew he threw it up too early. I was like, but if we run the special teams out there,
They might just
say, okay, it's touchdown.
Right.
They ain't even giving them a chance to even second guess it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
But,
coach.
on YouTube, the commentators were all over it, but they have.
But here go the
they have
thing.
no words.
But there was a lot.
They have no-
There was a lot of home cooking going on.
But here's the thing too, though.
That's not surprised y'all got that goal.
But here's the thing.
They were all.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Like I tell everybody want to say, "Oh man, y'all shouldn't have won the game." I said, so we shouldn't have. Forget the fact that he intercepted the ball. There was nobody back there
Around
to tackle
him.
Nobody there to tackle him.
Around him.
Now did he mess up and throw it up early? Yes, he did. I can't take that back. But if he don't throw the ball and he run through the end zone, does it change anything? It's still the same play.
Still the same outcome.
You look at it and you like,
He made the play.
that was supposed to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Y'all banking on the fact that he threw it up early. Oh, that's what gave Central the win. How?
No, man. I mean, I watched football. Midway through that third quarter, I realized that they weren't going to get up. Like the IMG that I've seen that comes alive in the fourth quarter and they outlast. It was you guys. You can feel a game if you pay attention to football and you trust your instincts. You know what I'm saying? You can feel out which team is throwing the biggest. Like watching a boxing match.
Yeah.
I told AJ yesterday, even if they bring the ball back, y'all give IMG the ball back. The way that game was going, they would have gave y'all the ball back.
Right back.
Yeah, that's how the game. That's how the game is going. You guys seem to be one step ahead of them.
Yeah. Total control.
Right.
Total control of what was happening, what was going on. Now, it was like miscellaneous things as far as, officiating that was actually happening that we'd have to just weather the storm on. But
Right.
nonetheless, it was total control.
And I tell everybody, I said, man, y'all talking about one play. Y'all realize we was picked to lose by 28 points?
28.
And y'all banging on one play? Are y'all serious right now?
Yeah.
If you hate us, just say you hate us.
Yeah, they ain't even supposed to be.
I mean,
close.
I'm cool with that. Just pick your side of the line and stay there.
Right.
Pick your side of the line and stay there.
I'm good with that.
So talk to him about Rueben Bain. One of the biggest things was Rueben Bain going against the University of Miami commit. They made play together. Rueben Bain become a Hurricane. Frances Maugoa, and you guys did some things with him that ended him up with 3 sacks against probably the number 1 team in the nation. What did y'all do with Rueben Bain, and what did y'all see in their offensive line that he can have some success?
I mean, Coach Maul is pretty good with making Bain versatile. You see what I'm saying? As far as utilizing him in certain situations, and people keep saying, you know, oh, he got his sacks different places. We move Bain around everywhere. We tell him all the time, Bain, and I always have this joke with Bain because sometimes Bain don't like to go inside. And I said, you got the 29.5 sacks at the end, so we don't move you inside ever again. You know what I'm saying? But he's a kid that, you know, we give him a task, humble.
Yeah.
Humble. No matter what, you give him a task, he's going to do it. And for the game plan calls for you to go inside, then that's what it calls for. Because they came in the game wanting to run the ball.
Right.
But then they went away from running the ball and tried to throw the ball. So, okay, well, if that's the case, then we're going to adjust as well.
Yeah. Rueben Bain always moves around.
Moves
around. For the record.
For the record.
It's always
if you watched for
the
the past 3 years, we've always moved him around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he knew coming into this game because Bain plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Because he does feel like he's slighted. He does feel like, you know, he's not given the respect that he's due.
Talk to us about it. Bain is what, 6'2", 6'3"?
6'2",
How much you weigh?
250 pounds.
250.
In pads, he looks like he's 6'5", 270 or something. I mean, why do you think people believe that Bain isn't as good as the defensive ends we saw last year, even though he 30-something sacks last year? What is it that you think they're seeing?
I think, go back to what you said, is social media, the writers, judging people off T-shirts and shorts,
Right.
those things. You get what I'm saying? Bain's intangibles, especially like, well, I think Miami Central kids in general, you can't measure an impact a kid's gonna have on a game doing a 3-cone drill. You're not gonna do that. You can't measure the impact the kid is gonna have on a game on a vertical jump and say, ooh, that looks good. You see what I'm saying? You got to put them there. And before we took that field, I also told them straight up, I said, hey guys, this game is for every college scout that when you come to my class and you shake their hand and they know they're not gonna offer you and they tell you to come to camp and get a t-shirt. This game is for that, because now the guys that they really want, they're on this field. So whatever they got, you take. And Rueben Bain came in that game ready to take his respect. He didn't want to earn it. He wanted to take it. That's why every sack he made, he was out of character that game. Every sack he made, he was celebrating, because he was like, yeah, I'm telling you I'm him.
Right. Yeah. People talk as if there's somewhere to hide on their offensive line. There's nowhere to hide. If you look at the names on their offensive line,
Right. Going there.
they act like it's like there's nowhere to hide. They all are, you know what I'm saying? They probably the 2 deep. It's probably all.
They 2 deep.
Yeah.
All across the board.
Right. Bain gets three sacks in the game, huge game, and he comes out and basically said, "Listen, I'm tired of being humble. Give me my." Basically give me what you know what I'm saying, what I deserve.
And he takes it in stride. I recall times when we go to some of these camps, you know, as coaches, we're behind the game. And we're looking. And we're like, what? They skipping Bain with him? What are they doing? And Bain had just come back, you know, like, man, I'm like, hey, calm down. We know what you can do. All right, they don't, but we do. We just got to keep it moving. But those kids, they take that in.
Yeah.
Forget who they wanted and you who they needed.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, you know, Bain is one of those kids where he'll be on the field and won't say a word. until somebody not do their job. Like he hold his teammates accountable.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
If Bain get back there and pressure the quarterback, and you a DB and you don't hold up the standard as to make a play, he's like, hey man, what you doing?
Best red velvet cheesecake I ever taste. SingySweets.com. Go find out for yourself, bro. So you feel, what was the saying? Reps over
Reps over
rings. So other programs without the rings were saying that basically come here and
come here.
And
Come
get
here.
more reps.
What?
Then the goal there is a
What
nice
type of loser mentality? Like reps over rings.
Like, don't go
Are
there
those
as a
quality
ninth grader.
reps?
Yeah.
Are you really learning the basic and fundamentals of true football? Or are you going to use this school for 2 years and then go to a bigger school and you can't get on the field because you didn't learn adequate stuff at that program with reps over rings? Like, what is that?
They're playing Beacon Hill and Children of the Blind.
Children of the Blind.
You felt that was an attack on
I know that was
the teams
an attack.
that are winning. Like,
Yeah, teams that are winning.
St. Thomas,
Yeah. The most
Northwestern.
important thing for us as Miami Central, man, we take JV seriously. We just had our first undefeated JV season ever because of the details and the importance that we place on JV. And guess what happened? We're able to take some of these JV guys. A kid that was on our JV last year, Sekou Smith, scored the second touchdown? The second touchdown.
He the long snapper.
He's a long snapper.
He's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
And Ace called the extra point. Antoine
Amari Wallace last year was on JV the whole summer until I pulled him up. And then he became a starter as a freshman. So it's like we're now getting into my kid ready to play right now off the park. Your kid is 14. He's going to be going against an 18-year-old who drives, what
That's benching 325.
325.
Your son
just been lifting up crates in the backyard. What are we talking about? We're trying to put your kids in the best position for them to be successful. If I say you got to play JV, that is not a knock on your kid. That is just saying, hey, he needs a little bit more development, and then when he comes, he can be a key contributor. Wesley was saying he was on varsity. He put him back on JV. He had to develop more. Then he became a sensational sophomore his 10th grade year. It is okay. See, the thing is this: we're so pressed to be in a microwave society. They want instant gratification. Nobody wants to wait. Everything is debriefed. Twitter, you got 120 characters. People don't even want to take the time to read a long, drawn-out message. They won't do that. They don't want to trust the process in what you need to do to be successful. Right. You got to think about it. If you want food that's microwave, or you want an oven cooked. The oven cooked's gonna take a little longer, but it's gonna taste way better.
I mean, the best basketball player to ever lace up his shoes, Michael Jordan, played JV.
Got cut.
And now everybody like, I'm too good to play JV. What?
Yeah, you got cut. I live 15 minutes away from Laney High School. I used to drive by Laney High School every day when I was in North Carolina.
But and that's the thing though, you got to put in some work. Like, you just can't show up and just think, okay, I'm supposed to be the man. Like I tell people all the time, when they come from the park, they always like, at the park he was this, he was that. At the park they call him this, they call him that. I say, hey, man, let me ask you something. When they get to high school, I say, how many credits you got? They look like, what? Coach, I'm in the 9th grade, I don't have no credits. So my point exactly, I got more touchdowns than you got credits.
You don't even know what a cafeteria is.
Like, bro, you got to put some work in right now.
But then that's that societal.
Yeah.
I'm here, give me something. What?
Who the last player you coached that went straight to varsity and made an impact?
Straight to varsity?
Mm-hmm.
It was instant. Probably Amari.
Amari Daniels?
Yeah, because the first time he came to varsity, first game against Bishop Gorman.
Yeah.
On the big stage.
Yeah.
And when he left, everybody was like, who's the freshman? Because you still had James Cook.
Mm-hmm.
We had 5 running backs at that time. Now he showed up and everybody asked him, who
But
is he?
that's cheating with me.
Right.
Because I play the babies. My whole defense out there, it's like 9th graders, 10th graders.
Yeah.
Yo, I would say Amari Wallace.
Yeah.
His first game was against Bishop Gorman. And he was guarding, who's the receiver? The Bishop Gorman receiver, everybody?
The one who got in trouble for talking crap after the game, that game when they beat y'all. What his name is?
Number 1, man, I forgot his name. Isaiah Branch or something like that, yeah. And he had a hell of a game.
You got a Branch?
As a 9th grader.
Yeah. But what's a freshman that like that the last freshman you coached that had an impact that basically like Dalvin jumped on the scene and ran back kicks with Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Who was the last one did that? You saying Amari Wallace? Because I know Amari turned into one of y'all better cornerbacks, right?
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He was. But I'd say freshman Bain.
Bain?
Yeah. Jumped right on the scene. But his freshman year, I think he had like 12 sacks.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
As a freshman.
As a freshman. But that defense alone, yeah.
No, but I just want to tell. I want parents to understand that.
Right.
That the kids that do that, right?
Right.
Mike Daniels was a
Especially-
youth football star.
Yeah,
He's
especially-
a youth football legend. Kids across the nation feared Amari Daniels.
Especially-
You know what I'm saying?
Especially-
Right. The ones that are able to do that. I remember Duke Johnson mom saying she taking them around. Anybody who mentioned JV, she just walked out us. It was Duke Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if your kid, you gotta understand the level of your kid's talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be real with it though.
Right.
You can't.
See, that's the problem. You got to know. You got to be real. Like, yo, okay, you're good, but come on now. Like, let's be serious about the situation.
Especially when you go into a school that you know
Has a standard and a pedigree
Yeah, you can't just.
of excellence.
Man, like if you show up right now at Central and you like, okay, I'll play running back. When we go to evaluate you, I'm like, I know what you did at the park, but
You ain't ready.
you ain't ready.
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
cool what you did at the park.
But
Right
You ain't
now,
ready.
you ain't ready.
Teddy Bridgewater was one of those few kids, and I think we was together when Teddy Bridgewater played his last youth football game. Where I looked at him and I was like, he shouldn't be at the park.
And some kids
like he
just
should
you
have
can
been.
tell.
Like he should have been in
Yeah.
high
Like,
school.
Certain kids have certain things to them. And you're like, oh, you're different.
Right. So back to the game. So McCoy picks it off. Y'all are up now.
Right.
Y'all up. At this point, does it feel like y'all finna win the game, or y'all just feel like, man, calm down, it ain't over? Or what y'all telling the kids inside now?
But we always tell them we play the fourth quarter, we play to the last whistle.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't never gonna get in the game and be like, all right, we won. Nah, still time on that clock. We can't even celebrate. Like we had, on our sideline, it's crazy when you ever stand next to us because we coach with the mentality of we coaches. Like we never, and I guess because the stigma of Dade County don't get the coaching respect like we should.
Mm-hmm.
So we always got that chip on our shoulder. Like,
Man, let's talk about, when you say coaching, right? Because this is, coaching is so broad, you know what I'm saying? You once called me one day and asked me, you know what I'm saying? We was having that conversation,
Right.
and you said, well, what does Nick Saban do? He gets the best talent, and he puts it on the field, and
That's part of
he's
it.
the best coach, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you open my eyes to like, well, the teams that win do have the best talent, but you have to coach it up. When y'all say coaching, right? Are you talking about what happens on huddle when you breaking down a game, or are you talking about inspiring the kids? Like is it everything as a whole? Like, talk to us about that.
everything as a whole. Because like I told you before, I always said, when you got a good coach, like when you listen to Jube's speeches, you don't even have to be at Mom Central. You want to play. You're like, yo, I want to play for this dude. Like, Coach, I'm never in there for the pregame speech. And then when I see the video later, I'm like, man, where's my jersey at? I'm going to get my cleats. I'm ready to play too. I mean, and I tell everybody, the thing about it is, coaching is making kids feel like they'll do anything for you. Like, because when you say, I always ask people, what do you consider great coaching?
Yeah.
In high school, what do you consider great coaching? Is it wins and losses? Is it getting kids in school? Because let's just check the box. Let's just check all the boxes. If it's wins and losses, check. If you say getting kids in school, I just told you, number one public school for getting
Check.
kids in school in the state, in the country. Check. Is it convincing kids that no matter what the talent level are, you can compete. We going in IMG. I don't care what they got on paper. You better than him.
That's very hard to do to kids because they can see so much information.
Right.
They can
These
see,
days, yeah.
they can see.
They can
who
see
Jaden
he the
is.
full
They can
star.
see
He
who
the this,
Jaden
he the-
Wayne is.
Yeah.
Right. We had to wait till we get the damn booklet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
read it,
yeah.
the little
At the
Florida
damn
high school.
tournament, at the goddamn game.
Yeah.
But no, that is very hard to do.
So what do you consider a great coach? Is it scheme, schematically? What is it? What is great coaching?
What is?
For me, it's being able to get your kids to play at 120% all the time for you. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like we said, if the Dolphins line up, our kids will go in there like, my coach is going to give me the best information, we're going to be well prepared, and we ready to play.
Right.
I ain't looking at all that tool over there. That's you know, they got Howard that cornerback. They ain't looking at that. I mean, they gonna laugh at us like, look at these jits. But we gonna get off the bus like
They're gonna legit think they got a shot.
we got a shot.
No,
They gonna have to beat us.
You agree, Drew? That's what you.
I agree.
That's what great coaching.
I think I agree with that. I liken it to like when I was a kid. I used to play Madden, right? He used to have this thing called franchise or coach franchise, and he used to have categories of which coach you wanted to be. Do you want to be a strategist? Do you want to be a motivator? Or do you want to be a team builder? Like you had to pick one, and that didn't sit well with me. Because I'm like, why you can't be all of them? Why you can't be a strategist? Why you can't motivate? And why you can't build a team? Like, why can't you be all three? That's the type of person I am. I always question the status quo. Like, why do I have to be one? Like, why pigeonhole me? People think, oh yeah, man, you got these great speeches. Boy, I will X and O you to death. You don't know. You just don't know.
Right.
It just look like this.
Right.
It sound like this. But my kids are prepared because they know how we get down. We get busy when it comes down to that X's and O stuff. But like, and that's what and I feel like that's the impact that's what a good coach is. The impact. When Alfonso Allen, who's at Baylor, sends me video clips of him at practice, like, hey coach, we was doing what we used to do at Cincinnati. Like that type of stuff. It's not about while they're here, because while they're here, I gotta watch you. I gotta make sure you're doing right. I gotta fix you. But when they leave, what they do,
Right.
you know, I told the kid one time, I was like, you know, the good coaches see the bigger picture. They see the future for you. You just gotta trust it. And I liken it to like a baby. I said, you ever babysat before? Yeah. When the baby's playing on the bed, they don't know no better. And they keep going closer and closer to the edge of the bed. Well, you gonna let that baby go to the edge of the bed? You better stop or you're gonna fall, right? Because the adult, the baby doesn't know. It's like, well, I'm gonna keep going. And then eventually they're gonna fall.
Right.
It's the same thing as coaches. Like the impact you have on their life as far as being positive. Tell them, hey, don't do this. Do it this way. Be it on the field or off the field, because you're trying to make sure that baby doesn't fall.
Right.
Like sometimes I get it. Sometimes you gotta let them fall so they can feel that floor. But it's our job to let them fall, but never let them fail. And that's the impact.
Don't let it be detrimental to his progress.
Right.
Right. So they get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think they fumble and get y'all the ball back.
Right.
Like I said, and then y'all take a knee. Y'all take it.
Mark intercepted.
Yeah, he intercepted. Oh, he intercepted the ball. Yeah, he intercepted the ball. I know. I just knew they turned the ball back, gave the ball back to y'all, and then y'all get in winning formation. Y'all take a knee, and the game is over. Now, explain the emotion right there. If it's whatever the emotion is, I know how you feel. What was the emotion when y'all take a knee and y'all the first South Florida team to beat them in a regular season game since 2015? Patrick Surtain beat them in a kickoff classic. American Heritage did. Y'all the first South Florida team to beat them in a regular season game. Only the fourth team to beat them in maybe 8 years. 8, 9 something years like that. What was the emotion? What was the first thought then?
My biggest thing was get the kids lined up on the 50. Because I know the negative connotation they give South Florida football of us being hood and thugs and all this stuff. Get them lined up. We're a class program, high class program. We won the game. We're supposed to do this. Right. You celebrate things that's unusual. This ain't new to us. Line up on the 50. Coaches, get them lined up, straight line, because that's what got us here. That's how we're gonna leave here. Get directly behind somebody. We're gonna cross this 50. We're gonna shake their hands. We're gonna look them in the eye, and we're gonna go party with that band. We're gonna party with this community that's sitting out there rooting for us, who didn't waver on us. But first things first, get in this line. Don't disrespect them.
Right.
Take care of what we gotta take care of, and then we can party.
Right. Coach, you don't really show a lot of emotion a lot of times. But like, what was you thinking at the moment? In that moment, what was you thinking?
For me, I'm always more excited for the kids, man. You know, cause like you say, the Bain that don't get his due respect, the lights out. That you know, everybody want to say, "Oh, Coach, you know, we like him, but we want to see him a little more." I'm like, well, he just went against probably the best defense in the country. Like, ain't nobody else gonna really go against that. So now what? Like now, what do you need to see? No interceptions, no turnovers, led the team. Like what else would you need to see as a college scout? I mean, because some of the throws he made, the average person don't make that throw against IMG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't make that read. But he led the team. So when you think about it, it's like, you know, you get more excited for them kids because you're like, okay, your stock just went up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You happy for the kids.
Yeah, your stock just went up tonight. Like now, you just got to finish up and let everybody know that you want no one-hit wonder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm always, like right now, like we here today. Before I came here today, I'm already online looking for Booker T stuff. Like I'm like locked in. We got a bye week. But guess what I'm saying? That give me an extra week to make sure you ain't got no surprises.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm already locking in for that. I'm online looking for any little highlight, any little whatever they put on there. I want to see. I need to see. I need to see who your dudes are and what you doing.
That's who y'all got next?
Yeah.
Who, Booker T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on.
When?
Not this week.
Not this week, but next week.
Okay.
So I'm on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we won, we celebrated.
Yeah.
It's over with. Now we gotta get back to business because to win that game and then come out next week and pee down your leg ain't gonna
It don't
help.
matter. I mean nothing.
It don't help.
Right. What is the message going to be to the kids? You just
That's
they
over
just
with.
want.
It's over.
That's over with.
But that's how we always been.
Yeah.
You only as good as
And
your last time.
even I'll say their ring ceremony. They got their rings. I said, wave it in the air. You like them? They look nice. You can wear them to the game tonight because they was going to the Northern Diller game.
Yeah.
I said, wear them to the game tonight. They look beautiful. I said, then put them up. I don't want to see them no more. 4P loaded.
What you say? 4P loaded.
4P loaded.
Yeah, celebrate tonight.
Celebrate
Think about
tonight.
this stuff, man. That just come out.
I'm just saying, but because it's like, we're not living in the past.
Right.
We wanted them, put them up. Let's go. What's the best? What's your favorite ring? I always post to Tom Brady. What's your favorite ring? The next one.
Right.
The next one.
Right. So listen, we do a lot of Caneville stuff. Last time y'all was here, we basically talked, and I'm gonna sum it up. Y'all basically said that Miami wasn't recruiting as hard as some other schools. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. There's a lot to be desired. It's kind of how it was said.
Right.
Has anything changed at Miami with the recruiting? Talk to us about Mario and how that staff is recruiting now.
Well, I let Coach deal with that because I don't be in the building.
You don't be in the building, right? Yeah.
I think we did a good job of hiring, guys who are associated with the program and who have like real relationships with people within the program, within the community. So a lot of times with recruiting, you want to be able to have somebody to call when things go wrong. So, I think they're doing a good job with that. I think we got some guys that they're looking at, and they've been actually engaging with. And I think it's picked up since the last regime was there.
Yeah.
The
This was
intensity.
the I had T2 and T2 with the Maryland.
Yeah.
So that was 2 years, 3 years ago?
3 years, 2
years
years ago.
Because last year,
Yeah. And I just think, those guys that they know that are associated with the program and with the coaches,
Yeah.
that can go a long way.
Right.
Because I got to see you. Well, I know you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you're just some guy that I just met and you
Right.
gave me a business card. Like,
Right.
I know you.
What you say to me has to mean
It
something.
has to mean something. You have
Right,
to stand
right.
on what you say, or you have to answer to me. So it's like you can trust that process, and that's what makes it a little bit more genuine. That whole process, because that whole recruiting thing is like car salesman. So that makes it more genuine, knowing that you got people that's actually been a part of what we built, and have the kids' genuine interest at heart.
Gotcha. And you said you don't really deal with the recruiting
mean,
because you don't be in the building.
Yeah, I ain't building. Most time when people call me, they calling me like, hey coach, what's up, man? Who I need to talk to? This is that. You know what I mean? It's like, but like most times when they come in the building during the day, I'm doing my 9 to 5.
Right.
You know, I mean, I still have relations with some coaches though. You know what I mean? They'll call and say, hey coach, I'm gonna be in the building. Could you let coach know I'm gonna be there, whatever. And you have people that call you or whatever. But for me, I sit behind that piano. I'm good. Straight.
Do y'all aspire to coach in college?
I think we all do.
You think all coaches want to be college coaches?
I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, we doing it for $1,100 right now. When you think about it, we losing money coaching. Like, coach could tell you, man, we losing money right now. Like, and they kind of, like I said, they kind of just got to do better with it. Like, we got to really figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the thing about it now is like, it's harder for high school coaches to get out. Like I told you the last time I was on the show. It's kind of set up where high school coaches can't really get out unless you own the field. When you at a prominent program.
Right.
If you at a prominent program, people are not going to take you and not be able to recruit Miami Central.
Right.
Now when I got a Rueben Bain and all these other guys.
Yeah, they got to change. That's a goofy.
Yeah, that rule don't make sense.
Right.
It's only hurting the guys like us at prominent programs. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just know, you like I say, man, we coach football for 22 cents a day. That's what it add up to.
Break it down like that, it sounds crazy.
It's 22 cents a day, man.
That's true.
That's what it add up to.
You want to do college, coach?
I mean, the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
I mean, what type of guys just control what I can control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, that'd be a fool. They don't take him. Young coach like this, man, I gotta take him. I'm old. Young coach, man, you better. Young, energetic person that could, like I said, man, it's what do you consider great coaching?
Yeah.
I'm living proof. X and O's don't really matter. Temperatures don't really matter. If y'all saying y'all want energetic guys that can get a kid to play for them, you got young coaches like him that should go.
Right.
I mean, because you talking to somebody like me, I got a lot to put on the table first. I mean, I got 26 years in the school system. For me to walk away from my retirement, my pension, and all that, got to be worth it right now.
Right.
If you'd called me at 26,
you could run around.
Yeah, you could have gave me some peanuts and honey bun and soda. I'd be like, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. You know what I mean? But now, when you talking about now at 26 years old, mortgage, stuff like that, you really like, hey man, what y'all talking about? Like, it got to make sense now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But listen, I'm gonna say this to y'all. I was on record saying, I started asking the question, man, hey man, should we public schools continue to go up there and play IMG?
Right.
Because I didn't like how it looked the last few times I went up there. And then you guys go right up there. I told rivals to go. I said, man, y'all should go see it in person. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it in person and tell me if you think it's fair. Because when you watch it on TV, it don't. And he told me last night, he said, listen, man, I thank you for telling me to go because I was a part of history. I was up there. Right. I was up there with these boys, you know what I'm saying? I was up there. I was like, well, I mean, that ain't what I was telling you to go for, but that's how it ended up. You was up there for history.
Right.
But I tell you this, man, what y'all did the other night for South Florida football, because they can't go back to Cali. Cali banned them. I don't think they can go to Alabama. States are banning them.
Right.
Because they don't want to have to deal with that machine. You come play us, either you beat us, maybe you get close to beating us, but we mark it and we may eventually take some of your kids. They don't want to, the states, Cali said, get out of here. Matter they beat them, Cali cheated them out and said, get out of here, don't come back again. I think Bama said, don't come back. I think they banned it, Bama or Texas, one of them.
Right. I know Texas.
Texas.
I know
Okay.
Texas.
Yeah, I think they banned Bama or Texas. Right. And for y'all to keep stepping up to the plate and then actually take them down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's huge. And it took a while, but it says what South Florida football is all about. Y'all gonna be in Florida, y'all gonna have to fight. Y'all gonna set up camp right here.
All right.
Y'all gonna have to fight. Now, before y'all get out of here, do y'all feel that wins closes the gap? It kind of gives a blueprint of, okay, listen, man, if we do blah, 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 we can go up there.
Anybody can get beat.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Right.
On any given day. How you prepare to beat them is on you. Anybody can get beat. That's the mindset you gotta have. Like if you we playing, well, you lost already.
Right.
You lost already.
Right.
Anybody can get beat. They are kids.
Yeah.
They some big ass kids, but they kids.
At the end of the day, they still kids.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, I will say this, for any school that gotta go play them, if you play them early, you gotta remember, they gotta be vanilla. They can't do all the exotic stuff because they got too many pieces from all over the world. So when you get that many pieces, you know they're gonna be better than you and they're gonna be bigger than you, but they can't get too exotic because they ain't had that much time together.
All-star team.
Like I said, it's an all-star team. So when you get an all-star team, you can't be too exotic with an all-star team. You put the bases in and just say we better than you.
Yeah, y'all go play.
Y'all go play.
Hey,
We bigger,
run faster than him. Right. Push him on the floor now.
Yeah, that's it. Like he shouldn't stand up to you. Like you should be able to push him down.
Big plus small equals you win.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
So when you really pay attention to it, it's like, you know, if you go in, you just know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we had them on the road the first time.
Right.
And I felt like we should have beat them then. But, you know, stuff happened.
All right.
But, you know, so I ain't, it's like he said, anybody get beat. You know, it's like when Tyson and Ali first lost, you was like, whoa, what just happened? You know what I mean? You know, Ali gonna come in with his antics. Tyson gonna come in with that towel cut up, no robe, no socks. And you looking over there like, yeah, what's his mindset right now? And then they finally lost. And you like, they are beatable. And then you gotta forget.
Then everybody else come on.
And open it up.
Right, that's it.
So listen, man, I say straight from FOOTBALLVILLE, bro. Y'all get y'all flowers, man. Hats off to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hats off to y'all. Y'all deserve everything y'all get, man. And put every last one of them stats on paper, bro. And I'll make a flyer for every last one of them and give it back to you. Because people need to see. Yeah, y'all are down here in the corner. I don't know if the county don't basically highlight, you know what I'm saying, the things that y'all accomplished. I mean, that's what we're here for, bro. And that's why y'all here today, man. So, man, salute to y'all, man. All right, man, let's get up out of here. So, man, y'all make sure y'all like, share. I know y'all miss seeing my handsome face on there, man, but we ain't this all about them. So, like, share, man. If you want to become a member, just hit the join button. I'm D, man. We out of here.
Thank you.
Man, appreciate y'all. Let me hear it.